I think that Twitter is fucking narcissistic as hell. Like, if you have a Twitter account and you update it all the time, it's like you think everyone wants to know exactly what you're doing at all times, and on the real, we don't give a fuck. Like, unless you're some big hotshot, I don't think anyone really gives a fuck what you're doing at all hours of the day. Like, I have a Twitter account, and I have a bunch of well, not a bunch, but I have a decent amount of followers, but I don't really ever update it. Like, I just don't. I mean, if something happens and something funny happens, that's usually the only time I ever update it. Like, if something funny happens, I'll be like, this just happened, or like that awkward moment when, and I have it on my phone, but I never like go and like read what other people are doing unless I'm really, really, really bored. That's the only time I ever do it. So, I don't know, I don't really use Twitter very often, and it seems like our generation is like fucking sucked into it. Like, everyone wants to know exactly what I'm doing, and if they don't look on my Facebook, then they can totally like look at my Twitter, and if they don't look at my Twitter, they can read my blog, and it's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about this. Like, I'm pretty sure most people don't either, but then there's also those people that read up on your shit every day, you know? It's like, it's narcissistic. That's the only word I can think of. But, I mean, you can be a moderate tweeter. You can do that and just like, I mean, I don't get it anyways. Like, I can understand maybe for celebrities, like, oh, I'm gonna be at this place at this time, get at me or something like that. But I don't understand the tweeting thing. I was into it. I was into it for a little bit, but then I was just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, nobody gives a shit about me. Like, who reads this shit? So, I mean, I'm not into it, and I don't really care about what anybody else is saying on there, honestly. It just doesn't really do it for me, you know? I mean, Facebook is quite enough. I know exactly what every one of my friends is doing at all times. So that's enough for me. Facebook is quite enough. And I think it's even going too far the way it is. Like, I'm not gonna get into Facebook. Twitter, I don't like it.